Alright, hello guys, and welcome to World of Tanks. So, today you can have a look at the Sfl IVC, German tier 5 tank destroyer, which is in the lightly armoured line along here, which leads up to Borsigs and such. And you see a lot of similarities between the two. So this tank, as you'll see, only 350 hit points, and the armour, 20mm to the front, 14 at the side, 14 at the rear. That is not enough to stop anything. High explosive shells, absolutely demolish this thing. AP shells, anyone can pen really. So really you want to train a camo crew, get as much camo as you can. I haven't had the luck of having that crew yet, but it still performs very well in my opinion. So to aid with that, obviously you want camo net. I choose binoculars, which mean you can see a long way away, get those spots for yourself, get a lot of XP and damage done by being able to see the people. And the toolkit, purely because it's a tank destroyer. If you get tracked, it's not going to end well. So have a look in the research. Now you start off with this gun down here. This gun, it's stat wise it's good for, probably even better than the top gun for tier 5 engagements, because it does better DPM. So it's, you know, it's a good gun. But I found with both these guns actually that the shots just don't seem to go where you're aiming. They seem to fly around the aim reticle a lot more than you'd expect. Now that's probably just me, but yeah, that's my own opinion on it. So if you have a look at 3 guns side by side, you'll see the first gun you start with, and from the first to the second, you get a big drop in the rate of fire. You get a drop in pen, but you get a significant increase in the damage. Accuracy stays the same, aiming time goes up. This is overall kind of a heavier hitting gun, but it hasn't got as much pen. It's not going to go through tank's armour as easily. But then you get to this gun, and this is the gun I would recommend if you have, definitely use it. 8 rounds per minute, 194 pen with standard rounds on a tier 5 tank. That is insane. 240 alpha damage. Enough to deter most tanks. Even if you do get into tier 7 engagements, you're going to be able to probably slice through most things armour with ease. Tier 8 tanks don't get that kind of pen. 2.1 second aiming time. That's not the best, but it's not too bad, to be honest with you. So really, I've got this thing fully upgraded, and you see it really is very manoeuvrable actually. It doesn't weigh too much, got a good horsepower to weight ratio. Traverse speed is pretty nice, to be honest. The top speed is pretty nice. So this means you can manoeuvre your way around the battlefield rather well, which is a rather important component for a tank destroyer, seeing as, you know, you can get rather easily flanked. So you want to be able to manoeuvre, get to different locations, especially with this tank, without being spotted. So that's enough for looking at the tank stats, so we'll dive right into some gameplay. Hello guys, welcome to World of Tanks. So, as you will see in the garage, it's Sfl IVC. Now this tank, as I will have mentioned before, has no real armour on it. So you're going to see me taking rather passive position to play in, because this tank really can't afford to take hits. But it has got the gun, which will slice through the front of heavies like hot knife through butter. So we're going to try and get that to use, keep the gun firing as much as possible, and try and help the team out. So here, going to go for a kind of standard position with a tank like this, up near the top of the road, just along here into the bushes, and try and get some early shots across the top of the lake to where all the enemy tanks will be crossing across. So here we've got one cruiser 4 pushing up the valley, normal amount of tanks going to the city, and then here just getting rammed by an Elector. You'll see more from that character later. Here you see we've got the binos and the camo net up. I would recommend binos and camo net definitely for this tank. It's a very good choice, and the other piece of equipment is really up to you. If you want a gun ram or whatever, you know. See B7RT aiming on them. Woo! Let's wait to start the game. Amarak on the B7RT. Now looking for more shots across the city. Doesn't seem like anyone's been spotted. And our Elector friend up there has just blown himself up a teammate, which is great for us. And now, I'm a bit worried because I'm looking over there and I'm seeing, you know, all we have is a team killing Elector, and I'm a bit nervous about him as well, to be honest, because I'm a very lightly armoured tank and he has a derp gun, so if he's already killed a few teammates, you never know, alright? It's the world of tanks. So I'm thinking I might have to move in a minute if the enemies push up that road, because I'm not really going to rely on him. And another target's finally popped up in the city, so I'm just having a look, seeing if I can get shots without turning the hull, because obviously that will reset the aiming. And that's the problem with this top gun, it really doesn't have much traverse, it doesn't have a big gun arc, but the tank itself is rather manoeuvrable, which I like. And here, T-28, jump to the side there, gets taken out. And I'm noticing on the map there's other tanks pushing through the middle, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to take shots on these guys or get out of there very quickly, because I'm not comfortable with them pushing through the side, but I want to try and help out the guys in the city as much as I can before I have to move. So once I move, I'm not going to be much use to anyone. Here, KB1 goes back into our shot to take him out. Now, I'm really worried about those guys in the middle because they've gone unspotted. They were last spotted coming this way, so I'm going to reverse and get out of there. Try and find another spot to get fire from. Just ping the map, tell my team, you know, if they do want to listen, there are people pushing the middle probably, so. Here I'm seeing an OI Experimental and a Shdug, both pushing down the valley, practically unopposed really. It's a T-34 and a Matilda Black Prince. Not the greatest of tanks, especially not to take on OI Experimental. So this is a pretty big misplay by me. Shouldn't have done this, but I thought, you know what, if I can at least deter the OI Experimental, it will hopefully slow their advance. So a nice big shot with the Alpha Damages gun straight through the front. And that should hopefully hold them back a little while, but I really couldn't afford to take that damage. Now I'm a one-shot for anything. Well, apart from tier 3s. So yeah, I'm trying to get some shots in on the town still while staying in cover from the middle. Take a blind shot on him. Ah! Of course, as it always is, he pops up straight after we've shot. The auto aim here doesn't let us down. And now it's more just looking over the city, trying to find some targets, but there aren't really any popping up. You see this gun's accuracy, it's very good for its tier, it can go through anything, but it does come with that weighty disadvantage. Luckily that OI Experimental didn't shoot HE, or we would have been one shot easily. And that really is the issue. Most people will just see this and load HE, it's like a Borsig. It is down low tiers of that line, and if you get spotted, you're in real trouble. And here we see Panzer 4H pushing the base. He's got derp, so luckily we've got double bush between us. Fire one shot him. He starts pulling back and stops for some reason, I don't know why. Reload and take him out. We're up to 4 kills, but most people have fallen. We've just got a few just camping the base. And one of them's Arty, so we're not in a too good position. See a Panzer 4 Hydra coming up. Trying to get a shot on him. And he's down. German 3. Aim at him. Take him out too. You see, this isn't anything really amazing. This is nothing going, you know, this is amazing skill, how can he play like this, you know? This is just kind of a simple how I think this tank should be played, and it really is effective in this role. If you don't get spotted, then you can't get shot. Well, you can, but it's highly unlikely. No, I think that's Matilda Black Prince spotting that Toldy 3 and the T-34. You see, this is the one bit of RNG which I was... yeah. It was very well angled, the front of the tank, but still, I was pretty kind of overestimating its capabilities. Unlucky to hit the front, but we did. Now the OI Experimental is pushing behind, T-34 and Black Prince pushing this way, so I'm thinking, right, we can have a good deal with the OI Experimental. He's just taken out our arty. Now this is risky because we're both one-shots for each other. He pulls forwards, I look there, see him pulling backwards. Oh, look at the Experimental, 8 kills. Same time, Matilda Black Prince takes out their Toldy 3, and we've turned things around. We really have our 3 tanks left against their 1 arty. But you know, I can't be satisfied with that, you know, need to go for the last kill, try and get the arty. But this, I knew at the time this was extremely risky because, as you can see, 92 health in this thing, no armour. It's very easy for me to just get splashed even by tier 4 arty. Splash damage will kill me at this stage. So, I'm kind of risking it, but I'm thinking, you know, if I die, oh well, you know. May as well go for it, risk it for the biscuit, as they say. I did it. Luckily it's the team killing Electo we have to push, probably one of the only tanks we could have pushed out of the way. Just give it a little push. Drive straight on through the middle. Now I'm thinking that he's going to be somewhere up here around the back. So I'm going to aim towards A2 area. They usually don't move far from spawn this map. Either he'll probably be somewhere along the A line inevitably. Even if he's run, he usually runs along the A line towards the city. So I'm looking over there. And then, oh, he's right next to us. I turn quickly, take a snapshot, break the fire. Taking out the game. That's 9 kills. Came out of that with a Radley Walters, a Top Gun, a High Caliber, and a Tank Sniper medal, as well as a Mark of Excellence and a Mastery badge. And you see, wiped out the enemy team, 3 of us remaining, made a decent amount of credits. That's a decent game in the tank. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you if you're trying to play your tank. And I'll see you in the next one.